Hello, Seiiti Arata. Some things are meant to happen only one time, only once, and that is okay. The mind that constantly seeks safety will be suffering, and it will suffer because it believes that it's only worth investing your life in things that will last forever, as if you're trying to find a guaranteed return. But that is an illusion. So here in Japan, there is the cherry blossom season. As I mentioned in the previous video, there are people who travel thousands of kilometers just to be here a few minutes under the tree. And they are not even taking photos, they're just being there, right? Of course, you will also see people taking photos, but some people are not. They're just enjoying the moment. And why do they do that? Because they understand something that many people apparently have forgotten. There are some types of experiences that you don't need to crystallize so they are meaningful. Certain experiences do not have to become a habit. They don't have to be a milestone in your career. They don't need to be captured on a photo. You can just allow it to happen. In psychology, we call this an autotelic experience, something that is worthwhile in itself, without the need to lead to anything. It doesn't have to be productive. It doesn't have to serve a purpose. It just happened, and that's all. And there is value in that. And some people apparently they kind of lost touch with this. Some people think that everything has to be kind of like an investment. There has to be a return, has to generate some status, has to last. And that's why we distance ourselves from the most sincere moments of life. Like just enjoying, contemplating a landscape, playing music without having to record it, or having a conversation that is meaningful without having to post about it, without expecting an audience or recognition. You know what I'm talking about? This is not just about beauty, it is about mental health. And Japanese culture has a concept called ichi-go, ichi-e. Ichi-go, ichi-e, it's something like one time, one meeting. And the idea is that each encounter happens only once in a lifetime. Even if you see the same person tomorrow, it's not going to be the same thing. You changed, the other person changed, the moment changed, right? They have changed, the world has changed. So this idea, ichi-go, ichi-e, it is a phrase often used in the Japanese tea ceremony. Each preparation of the tea is carried out with extreme attention to detail. Every movement, the rhythm, the utensils, the posture, the silence, everything is intentional. And the practitioners, they understand that that particular moment will never happen again. And this is like a life philosophy disguised in a simple gesture. It is like a cure, an antidote to being on autopilot. Because when you're on autopilot, you don't see what is around you. And when you live with ichi-go, ichi-e, you see the present moment as the only thing that exists. And that's actually true, right? The presence is a transformative idea because you start to value what usually goes unnoticed. The tone of voice of somebody you're talking to, the smell of rain, a compliment, a connection. You start to realize that life is just happening there in the small details that will not repeat. And then you become more attentive. You become more respectful. You become more alive. There is one modern behavior that goes directly against this idea. Maybe you have noticed. Somebody goes watch a concert or fireworks. What do? They get their phone and immediately start to be recording everything, taking photos, making videos. So they're not really present. Their attention is split, is divided. They want to capture that moment to see later, but the reality is that they're not going to watch it again later. It's just going to be more photos, more videos in their phone. And this behavior is a symptom of a discomfort with being present. People feel that it only counts if they can record it and show it to other people later. And it only matters if it is recorded, right? If you can show to others, if you get likes. And the ironical part of it is that they miss the moment by trying to capture it. It's like watching a work of art through a tiny glass screen. Ichi-go, ichi-e invites us to do the opposite, to put the phone away and trust that what matters is not what you're recording, but the moment itself, your awareness. And this mindset doesn't lead to sadness, it just leads you to have more attention. When you understand that a moment will never repeat, at least won't repeat exactly the same, you start to pay more attention, you become more open, you become more respectful, you become more aware, and you stop accumulating regret. How many times have you missed out on something because you thought it was not worth it, because it would be too short, because you wouldn't be able to take photos, or it wouldn't become something serious? Many people reject invitations, opportunities, ideas, connections, trips, projects, because they think, well, why bother? It's going to be a waste of time, it's not going to last. But when you use this idea of ichi-go, ichi-e, you realize that the value is now. One single encounter can change your life, can shift your mood, can transform the way you see the world, it can transform the person you are. Okay, so that was a lot of philosophy. Let's see two things that are practical. First thing, stop filtering your experiences based only on how long they're gonna last. Some of the most important things in your life will be brief. And that's why they are so powerful. Make space for improvisation, spontaneity, for the things that are not planned. Second thing, learn to close cycles lightly, without drama, without feeling like you wasted your time, you wasted so many years of your life with this and that. That things only matter if they are crystallized. You know, your presence, even the short experiences, can really transform you. A concrete practice you can do is that next time you are with somebody, you can imagine this is your last time with that person. And that's kind of sad, but it is a reminder. That moment will never return. This will change the way you listen, the way you behave, the way you respond, the way you look, the way you present yourself. So next time you're having a coffee with somebody, put your phone away. Pay attention to the moment, to the smell of the coffee, to the taste, the warmth of the cup, to the people around you. This is ichi-go, ichi-e as an exercise that particular moment will never repeat. Allow yourself to live something that might not come back. Something that other people might not understand, something that might not make sense outside of that particular moment, even if you record everything. And afterwards, just say, thank you. Thank you because you had a moment that was worth it. So if you want to train your attention, your focus, have a life with more freedom, more presence, I invite you to visit the link arata.se/focus course.